recording is a way for you to be able to see it again. If you perhaps had audio problems, the audio will generally record quite nicely. I see that someone in the room has got superpowers and is launching those websites. So hopefully it will behave for me. Okay, all right. So our agenda for the day today is the following. I want to compare skills and competencies because competencies and skills can be defined as different things and often are, but also people in common language often use the two words interchangeably. So they'll often say, you know, these skills or these competencies, and they're kind of, you know, referencing the same basic idea, but they are very different things. And I think as we start to get granular and try to understand how we can train based on skills, we need to have a good sense of what are the obligations of using that word skills and what are we really saying. Because there's something about skills that gets to the concrete and something about competencies that gets to the more kind of umbrella. And we'll take a look at that first. Then I want to talk about KSAs and Kirkpatrick. If you're not familiar with Kirkpatrick's model for evaluation, this is a great chance to get an overview of it. But I also want to talk about KSAs. We'll get a definition of what that means here in just a minute. I also want to cover some information about this notion of getting, following the path. How do we get from a business strategy, a business plan, business goals and objectives to skill-based learning? And how does that form a complete path that makes it possible for us to set up a structure where we matter in the ROI of a company? So this little path is really all about having reportable information that you can bring back to the C-level administrators, the C-level executives in your organization, and show that the learning, the training that you've built is actually contributing actively to the bottom line dollars and cents of the company, to the goal, the strategy, to every aspect of that company's business plan. And then finally, I want to talk a little bit about reflective practice and knowledge transfer. As I put this together, I realized that in my mind, there is a solid connection between reflective practice and knowledge transfer and the things that I'm describing here. But I think that for many of you, you may choose other approaches to kind of try to solve the same problems. So we'll chat about that and get a sense of how it goes. So that hopefully will get you a sense of where we're going, where we're headed, and what we're talking about today. So first up, what is the difference between a competency and a skill? What do we really mean when we're describing competencies versus when we're describing skills? Well, a good way to think of it is that a competency can be thought of as a combination of knowledge, skills, and behaviors. Competencies very quickly